the parties were great fun. Do you remember where William and Catherine, when they did the engagement pictures, and you had all the flash photography going off with that crimson silk behind them? Do you remember that? That's where our Christmas parties were, and we used to have those two rooms used to be opened up, and they were great fun. You would oh wow! I mean, it's so different now. It's so different, and I know this for a fact. But back then, it was great fun. There was only, well, what was it, 100 of us back then, 90 of us. There wasn't really, that's not a lot, believe it or not, for a royal household back then. It used to be 20. It used to be 20. We used to go to the Ritz for dinner, 20 of them, including the Prince and Princess of Wales back then, the King when he was Prince of Wales. So when I was there, it was 90 to 100. And you'd arrive and you'd be given a drink. And what was extraordinary for me was suddenly there you are mixing with the Prince of Wales, the Duchess of Cornwall, William and Harry. I remember standing with William and Harry, and a magician came up and started doing these kind of magic tricks. And can't remember, William had to give him something. I don't know what it was he had to give him so he could use it for the magic trick. And William was a bit worried he wasn't going to get this back. As you know, magician take things off and you what was going to happen to it and this kind of thing. So it was a lot of fun, a lot of kind of laughter. The boys were great. William and Harry were in great form. And then it was a sit down meal back then. And I remember going into this room, the other room, where all the tables were all set up. And I sat with William. Harry was at one of the tables behind me, and the King was directly behind me. And I think this was probably my very first Christmas party. And it was ever so cool. Kind of, I remember thinking, never in a million years did I think I'd sit down and have lunch with William, because I'm there as a butler, and there suddenly I'm sitting being served by the staff having lunch with William. I mean, it was ever so cool. And but what I do remember about this, which I think I've mentioned in the book, was what caught me off guard was William started initially blowing these balloons up and send them over to me. Like you blow it up and you let the air out and you just and I was kind of so I was doing this back to him thinking, am I supposed to do this? Because I was so confused at this whole situation. And then he was doing it to his father, trying to hit his father. And then Harry then started doing it. And then they started putting water into the balloons. And then you had water kind of um coming out of the balloons as they were going to cross. It was crazy but fun.